In this video, I just want to talk to you about what I believe to be the number one law of attraction technique that you need to use in order to make the law of attraction work for you. And it is really the only thing that I believe you need to focus on when it comes to making the law of attraction work for you. And that is simply making yourself happy in the present moment. This is the number one thing that is going to get the universe to work in your favor. This is the number one thing that is going to get the law of attraction to work for you and in your favor effortlessly. And this is the number one thing that is going to dissolve the resistance that you have to your desires that you want in your future, that you want to manifest. I have a video where I talk about the fact that the more you focus on what you want to manifest, like contrary to popular belief that you need to focus on what you want to manifest, I was talking that the more you focus on it, the less likely it is to happen, because you're just putting loads of resistance on your desire. A lot of the time, when we want to use the law of attraction, or when we want to manifest something, it is because we lack it in the present moment. It is because we don't have it. Or there is like this feeling of lack, of want, of lust for having it, basically. So that desire is born from a lack, from not having it. And the more you focus on the desire, the more you're activating not having it in the present moment, the energy of not having it. And this is what we call resistance. This resistance, this energy that is resisting what you want, actually stands in the way of you manifesting your desire. Therefore, see, the more you focus on your desire, the more resistance you create. So I was already talking in my videos that in order for you to manifest something, you need to stop actively wanting to manifest it, ironically. So this is contrary to a lot of popular belief in the law of attraction communities who say that you need to focus on what you want. You need to visualize it, you need to create vision boards, you need to write down your desire, so on and so forth. About the writing down, I've already talked about writing down in details what you want in a separate video, and I'm discussing that technique separately. Because writing down your vision for life is really beneficial. Yes, it is beneficial if you're doing it again with no expectation of manifesting whatsoever, from the present moment, coming from your pure desire, from your heart's desire, from your soul, to express and be clear on what you want, but not to actually use it as a technique to manifest what you want in the future. The moment you use this as a technique, resistance comes in, and when you're doing it, it feels like it's not coming from a place of inspiration. It's actually coming from a place of work, of having to put effort and to work to make this happen. So perhaps, you're, like I said, you may not really want to write down what you want. You're not in the mood for it, but some coach is telling you to do that because it's going to work for you, and you're making yourself do that. That itself creates resistance because you don't really feel like doing it. The point is, whatever comes from you feeling like you want to do something, that is going to yield positive results when you really enjoy the process of something. When it comes from spontaneity, from the present moment, when it comes from your inspiration, when it comes from your pleasure of doing it, rather than doing it because someone tells you to do it because you're going to get some result from it. There is difference. I wouldn't say a subtle difference. There is a clear difference between the two. So my advice to you is to make yourself happy in the present moment and do things that you enjoy in the present moment. Because from that energy of you enjoying the present moment as it is, first of all, your resistance to the present moment is going to significantly decrease or just disappear altogether. So first of all, when you start enjoying the present moment, you don't have any more resistance to what is. Therefore, you don't have any more resistance to your desires, because you're not miraculously waiting for the fix. You're not miraculously waiting for your manifestation sometime into the future to save you from your miserable career or from your miserable relationship or from anything, to save you from anything. Because you already are enjoying the present moment, and you enjoy now, you enjoy the next hour, you enjoy today, you enjoy tomorrow. And see, this creates a flow. This creates a flow of positive energy. It creates a flow of you loving life and enjoying life. And what happens when you create this flow and energy? You're reinforcing to the universe, I love my life. Life is good. And you're gonna get more of it. So it's like a snowball that's just gonna grow and grow and grow from there. So this is being in the flow. This is what being in the flow of life and in the flow of the universe means. This is what it means, being in the flow. So that's why I'm telling you that the only technique that you need is to make yourself happy in the present moment. And that's not even a technique. It's more on what you should know your focus should be on. So all you need to know is that your focus should be on the present moment and on your life in the present moment. And you're going to build from there. So when it comes to the law of attraction, you're really building from the present moment. The law of attraction is not about you thinking of the future and lusting for some amazing future that you want to create for yourself and imagining now that you're somewhere else other than where you actually are. Because also this technique of you pretending or imagining that you are somewhere else than you actually are is creating resistance to the present moment. Rather than fooling yourself that you are in a different house, that you are in a different relationship, that the bad thing that's happening in your life is not actually happening, what if you could choose to react differently to your environment and to your present moment? What if you would choose to react differently to everything that is around you? What if your perception on the present moment would change? And naturally, the perception that you have about yourself, the identity you have in the present moment, what if that could change as well for the better? So it is all about you shifting the present moment. That is the key. It is all about you creating a different present through your perspective and improving your present in every way that you can, even if you have limited resources. I'm sure there's always something that you can do to improve your circumstances. I'm sure that sometimes things are not as bad as they seem to be to you because it's a subjective perspective. A lot of the time we see gray everywhere. But what if we would actually choose to see that things are maybe not as bad as we think they are? This is one of the ways to improve your energy when it comes to the present moment and to start enjoying the present moment more. You should have your focus on the present moment because this is the gateway. This is the key for all possibilities in the future. And the future starts from now. The future starts now, the next hour, the next few hours, tomorrow, this week, next week. So future is being built, but it's being built from the present moment. So this is really the only thing that I would tell people to do when it comes to the law of attraction. There's no complicated technique. There are not several techniques like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that you need to do in order to manifest a life that you want. It is that simple. And the thing is that when it's something so simple, people don't believe that it is so simple because we like to complicate things. We always like to complicate things. The mind likes to complicate things where in fact life is simple, the universe is simple, energy is pretty simple and straightforward. So you don't need like 100 programs with 100 techniques and complicated, like whatever courses, you know, in order for you to manifest what you want. It starts now. It starts from your present right now. It starts from you shifting your perspective that you have on you right now, shifting the perspective that you have on yourself in your present moment right now, shifting the perspective that you have over your life the way it is right now. And from this, transformation occurs, and from this, your future changes. This is the only way in which your future changes, and I have tested this. I've tested all the formulas, I've tested the programs, I've tested the techniques, and I've also tested my intuition and the way that I've been manifesting for my whole life. And the techniques, the BS, the courses, and everything else just killed my flow. In truth, my intuition and my natural ability to manifest was coming from a very simple and pure state of consciousness, which is being in the present moment, not chasing any goal in the future, not chasing anything specific, in the sense that of course I would always have dreams and I would always have ideas and desires, but I would not obsess over, yeah, I'm gonna get this in the next month, yeah, I'm gonna get this next year or in the next 6 months. I would leave all doors open. I would be open from the perspective of the present moment, and I would always take 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time. I would not fast forward to the next day. I would not fast forward to the next week. My mind, my consciousness, and my energy would be focused on here and now, on this time, the present moment, and the next moment, and the next moment, and the next hour, and then the next hour, and then we'll see what happens. So basically, when I would pursue what would make me happy in the present, what would give me relief and comfort, what would give me well-being in the present, that's when my reality and my life would transform. So in some way, it is a bit hedonistic, because it is about pursuing pleasure, it is about pursuing comfort and beauty, like every moment in the present moment, and doing things that make you happy. So for example, even with spiritual practices, if you don't feel like meditating and you would rather take a nice relaxing bath, if you would rather go outside in nature and have a walk instead of doing your daily meditation routine or whatever now, I would totally encourage you to do what you feel, to go and have a walk, to do that pleasurable, have that pleasurable activity. Because if you do not meditate out of pleasure, if it doesn't give you pleasure, I believe you don't reap the benefits of meditation and of anything, to be honest, of anything, like even a work, some career, some job that you're doing with no pleasure. I believe it gives you very limited reward. Everything that you're doing because you think you should be doing it is really wrong, is actually wrong. And it is a practice in itself. This itself should be your focus and is a practice in itself to actually pursue happiness in the present moment. Not do things because you think you should do them. For example, not visualize something like that you want to achieve because you've been told that you need to visualize 3 times a day in order for you to manifest that. Rather, if you would go out there or do something or stay in and do something that gives you pleasure and that transforms your inner self and your outer self and your life in the present, that would open up more doors for you to manifest what you want than that visualizing technique that you've been doing for 3 times a day. So it's about you transforming your energy ultimately. And you're transforming your energy by making yourself happy. And happiness attracts more happiness. It is that simple. So the only focus, the only technique that really you should implement when it comes to the law of attraction is stop trying so damn hard. And it's just making yourself happy here and now. And I know that when it comes to manifesting, you probably don't have the manifestation yet because this is what you wanted, because you don't have it yet. But the key is to be happy with what you do have, like right now. And stop focusing on getting there. Stop focusing on the house, on the car, on the job, on your idea of what you want. Because I also have videos explaining that our idea of what we want anyway might be completely wrong. And the universe might give us what we actually want, and we would be like, wow, I never even thought of that. And it's so amazing. So the universe always brings to you happiness and joy when you are aligned with happiness and joy in the present moment. So I hope this video was useful for you to realize that there's no complicated formula or technique. And the only thing that you need to do to make this so-called law of attraction work for you, basically to bring into your life positive and good things from the universe and make the universe work for you and flow, for abundance and happiness to flow towards you. The only thing is that you need to focus on the present and to make your present happy, to make yourself happy in the present. Thank you.